one of my worst days of my life. Brennan got his hand stuck in a machine press. When he got his hand stuck in the press was actually stuck on top of it, and we actually released the machine and he got it out. We were very lucky. My sisters were there, and she was a nurse, and so she kind of told us right then that we'd need to go straight here to Children's.
I was actually on maternity leave. I was at home with my baby, so I had to find someone to watch him, and finally got up there, and my first question was, is he gonna lose his hand?
So what we saw is that basically on Brennan's hand, the index finger, middle finger, and ring finger were what we call degloved. The issue with this kind of degloving or crush injury like this is that there is a large zone of injury. What I was concerned with was that he would lose all three of those fingers at the knuckle, which would be devastating.
You know, she talked to me and she basically told me what was gonna happen, what was the worst case, and the best part about it is she made me feel like a comfort, I guess, a real relief, you know.
That first procedure, we worked about 4 to 5 hours to save everything that we could. So we're repairing blood vessels, we're repairing nerves, tendons, all of these structures that keep the finger alive, restore sensation, and then eventually restore movement. And then because there was such a significant skin and soft tissue loss, we then had to come up with a way to get the fingers covered. And so we did a little bit of out-of-the-box thinking in order to give him as much length and finger as we could. So I was able to use basically a skin substitute, and we wrapped that around a couple of the fingers as well.
I first met Dr. Wyrick after the surgery. She spent 5 hours trying to save his fingers, and she finally came out. It was, I think, 8 o'clock at night, and she was just so sweet and caring. The fact that she was still willing to work on that ring finger and keep him in the hospital for, I think we were there for 6 days. She went the extra mile and was able to save it, and she's just really, really amazing.
I'm from Arkansas, and I want to be able to offer this care to our children. We currently have hand surgeons who offer 24/7, 365 days a year coverage, call coverage for injuries just like this. So it means that finally, for the first time in many years, no child has to leave our state in order to get this specialized care.
Brennan never did once cry. The first question he was to me was, am I not going to be able to play an all-star baseball? And as soon as Brennan got to leave the house, he was at the basketball gym with a cast dribbling around. So, I mean, he ran with it smooth. I mean, he was just like, hey, you know, it's what it is. It's a challenge, and we're going to take it. And he's done that.
There you go.